Oh, shit. Here we go again.
And I promise you this, above all else, I'm going to be more obnoxious, more overbearing, and I'm going to make you all learn to love it because you'll have no choice.
It's time!
Welcome to the Probably Wrong Podcast. Tony, Mike, Dave. The boys are caffeinated and aggravated, and we're about to take it out on you. Woo!
Woo! I knew Mike was overly excited tonight, so
You let him have it.
he stole the show right there.
That's all right.
Sorry, Dave.
As long as we get a
That's
woo
all right.
in there, we're fine.
It's all right.
I cramped your style.
I knew how excited you were because you were singing the song.
Well, it just really hit me today. You know, I love our intro. It's really a good intro.
It is a good one.
It's like a top 5 intro out there.
And honestly, we have such a great show.
That's what they say. You know, they talk about it everywhere. Sports Illustrated says it. Bleacher Report says it.
That we have a great show?
Yep. We're top 5.
Top 5, all right.
It's all over the place. We're
It's a wrestling
we're blowing
reference.
up.
Speculage.
Okay.
People say it. Sports Illustrated, an American publication, says it.
We're blowing up, so if people want to, sign us for any type of contracts or anything, they better get to us now.
Hey,
We're a little bit cheap.
Dave, speaking of blowing up, I want to start with a little story time because we got a lot to get to today. We got Vrabel the Cheeto, we got Sox streaking. They took a
wins.
series.
Yeah, finally.
Celtics playoff run. The Giannis talk. Bruins only need one more point to get into the playoffs. Doesn't look like Swayman's going to get them there. So all of that we'll be talking on the table today.
Oh boy.
But I have a little story here. Something happened the other day to a good friend of mine.
All right.
And at the time, I was like, "Oh man, that's kind of gross." But the more that I mentioned and talked about the story, because several people knew it happened and saw it happen, they were all like sympathizing. Like this is something that happens to people all the time.
Okay.
All right. So
I think I'm kind of liking this.
so my dear friend, he's in his late 40s.
All right.
The other day at work, pooped himself. Grown man.
All right.
Now, me, I've never done this before. Never. Honest truth. Never done it. But the more that I've talked to grown men and women, this is like a normal occurrence.
Done it several times.
Yeah,
Not
another
only
one.
have I done it several times, I had an invention called the Man Deuce Kit, where you would have a little box that had like wipes, hand wipes, a little bit of like Germex, some paper towels. We came up with this kit, the Man Deuce Kit, because not only have I done it, several people I know have done it.
So, what happened to this Man Deuce kid?
Just like everything else. We talked
sound-
about it, we're drinking, and never
It
got off.
sounded amazing.
Yeah, it sounds like something everybody should have in their car.
Yeah,
The Man Deuce Kit.
Philip Graham chimes in. That was almost him yesterday.
Yeah.
I will say, like, once you hit like 40, it's time to carry a bag, maybe a backpack in your vehicle,
Or a Man Deuce Kit.
with similar to like extra
I
pair
don't
of
get it.
clothes. I don't know, some sprays, some
Yeah.
cleaners, like.
For me, it always happened after a coffee and after a fart, a questionable fart that I shouldn't have taken. I should have waited.
So,
Driving, it's happened driving.
especially if you're not feeling well, you've had stomach issues, and you think it's a fart, and whoops.
I can tell the grossest one that I've ever heard of. A family member of mine. Can I do it real quick? I'm not going to say the family, but I have a family member. He goes to town when he eats all you can eat Chinese food. Goes to town, and he was in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my I don't want to. My family member has a tendency to wear white jeans. I don't know why he wears white jeans. So
stylish family member.
yeah,
Risky.
So, yeah, a lot of older people in my family, we have like a terrorist look to us. We're a little bit darker. We all have beards. So when they go and travel, they always get pulled out of the line. So my family member got pulled out of the line trying to fly home to Massachusetts, and he was like, "Can I use the bathroom? I really got to use the bathroom." They wouldn't let him use the bathroom. He's like, "I really got to use the bathroom." They're
Well,
like,
see, that's different. I can completely understand that. Like, if you're, like, really gotta go and you're being held up by TSA, security, something, like, I can understand that.
Yeah, and they wouldn't let him go. So eventually it went in white jeans.
Yeah.
So my other family member had to run to the souvenir shop and get him sweatpants. He had to clean himself up, and he had a sticky flight home.
I honestly think if I had something like that happen and they were like, you can't go anywhere, my pants would come down and I would just squat right on the floor.
yeah?
I'd be like, you know what? Fuck you guys.
Jeez,
Sorry.
I'm very aggressive.
Sorry about
Mike's mother's watching.
Yeah, I apologize.
Phil chimes in.
I would have been pretty angry.
He's got to mix the laxatives into the next mac and cheese that he makes. Phil,
Ooh.
Phil, I would tell you, I have to have colonoscopies all the time, upper and lower. So
Yep.
I take that stuff, and I've still never had a.
Oh no!
You know, I don't understand like how a grown man can't control his bowels,
Yeah,
no matter what.
It's been a few years for me, but I'm going to say it's been not a half dozen times, but it wasn't once. So it was somewhere in that 1 to 6 range.
Bob chimes in when I think all you can eat buffets in Vegas, I think of the George Brett sound bet. If you've never heard of Soundbite, if you never heard of it, look it up in your free time. All right,
Okay.
I will look that up.
All right, sounds good. Maybe you can put it on the YouTube.
It will be on the YouTube. It will be.
I swear to God, I crapped my pants all the way to the 6-block walk. Every time I took a step, shit would come out.
So yeah, but I was surprised, and everyone's like, oh, it's happened to me. It's happened to me. The other guy's like, yeah, it happens to me all the time. I go, what is the matter with you people? You're like a child that waits too long.
Well, it's just bad timing. You're not.
And like
Yes.
I've been, just the other
Bad
day when I was
timing.
in Florida, like my stomach, I used to say to my wife, I'm like stabbed in my stomach. Like I'm like tensed up driving. I still stopped, went into a store, and there was a bathroom there, and there was like a line, and I'm like, nope, I can't even go here. And still was able to leave and go to another bathroom. I don't understand. Control your bowels.
Why are you staring at him?
Sometimes you
Because
just
he was
can't.
sympathizing with the gentleman.
yeah, okay.
He felt really bad for the guy that it happened to.
Yeah, well,
and the guy,
yeah,
as he was walking away, and the guy told me about this, he's like, please don't look at me when I walk away. Don't look at my backside. I didn't look. I respected his wishes, and I did not look.
Oh boy.
I've been there, Phil. And Phil says, you sit in traffic after your wife feeds you questionable food. I've been there, and you know what I've done?
So your wife cooks you questionable food? Does she watch this?
No, but I've had stuff, and I'd be like
I see her working very hard every
She's-
time.
No, my wife never. But I have a tendency to overeat and overdrink coffee and put myself in bad situations. And I'd be like, all right, I'm getting off the highway. And I'm a guy who doesn't like public restrooms. But if I gotta go,
Yeah,
I go
I don't
into
like 'em either.
whatever
Yeah.
public restaurant. I take a pound of toilet paper and make a bird's nest and do my business.
All right.
But I was dumbfounded because I'm like, I got
Sometimes you
had
just
this
don't
talk
have
at
that
work
option.
before, and people were, agreeing. But just yesterday, like everybody was blowing me away.
Yeah.
Like one person actually found the gentleman's shorts in the trash.
Oh, I got another. I got another funny one where I was out drinking with my buddies, and there was this kid that we used to hang out with. I hated his guts, and I didn't like the kid.
I got that with I hated his
Yeah,
guts.
but
You never
he
say
was like
that.
a smaller kid, so I couldn't really do anything, and we were getting wasted. So we're about to take the safety escort. So I tried to run up and jump and fart in this kid's face in midair. Shit myself. Oh yeah. So we're about to catch the safety escort to hit the bars. We're hammered. So I'm like, I'm gonna drive instead, guys. And so my buddy Welchie was like, dude, you can't drive. I'm like, dude, come with me. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? I'm like, dude, I shit my pants. He goes, oh man. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Because I lived in East Bridgewater at the time. And he goes, well, I've done this before. And he goes, you got to take your boxes off. You got to clean yourself up. Throw them in the woods at Swenson Field. And then we hit the bars. So that's exactly what I did.
It's funny because I'm disgusted by this, but so many people have heard the same story from.
Very natural.
Same story.
This is a very natural occurrence.
Every time the family gets together, the Robitaille DeShulo mix,
Yeah. That's what you talk about?
the stories turn to shit.
Yeah.
Every single time.
I
So,
got a cousin that we don't really talk much. Maybe once or twice a year when we see each other, but we're always sending each other poop memes.
Like
and videos,
I find that
reels.
stuff funny, but like I get like when people like I'm like ugh. Like when my buddy said the other day and he's walking where I knew it, I was like, oh dude, you're disgusting.
Hey, what are you gonna do? Part of life.
Oh yeah,
It is.
Part of life. Yeah.
Oh.
Shit happens.
More often than not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of crap happening, Mike Vrabel the cheetah.
Mike Vrabel, yeah, that came out late last night.
Yep. And how do you say her name? Dianna Russini?
Dianna Russini, right?
Yes. Okay. I don't know why I
think
keep saying
Tarassi's a different one.
she's the basketball player.
Oh, yeah.
WNBA.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we don't need to get her involved.
So it's pretty funny, though, here in New England, listening to the local sports station, and they just completely, I mean, even the one that likes to bash, completely ignores facts about the case and immediately is on the defense of Mike Vrabel. Immediately on the defense.
Like no man has ever done this before?
Not even that, like, because just because Mike Vrabel came out and was like, this is a nothing story, I don't know why people are talking about it. They're like, oh, it must be.
I hope.
Oh, Dianna Russini's came out and said it was a nothing story, and The Athletic, her employer, also said it was a nothing story. That they were friends.
Well, it's
they
a
were all
nothing
together.
story,
They were
then.
just in a hot tub.
Then why are we talking about
They
this?
were just locking hands
in
on
a
a
hot
roof,
tub.
on
All
a
right.
rooftop together. Like, no big
Yeah.
deal. Yet, you know what was funny? That these local radio stations didn't actually like look at the story. They must have just read the headline. Because if you look at the news group that broke it, they clearly stated they talked to multiple people in the hotel, and those people knew who Vrabel was, knew who she was, were very excited that he was there, and also said, oh, there was nobody with them. They were together all weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Huh. Let's leave that fact out.
Right,
because that to me implicates huge.
I wonder why sports talk radio around here is so motivated to kill the story. Do they have interviews with Vrabel once a week or something?
One of them, I'll just name EEI because I really like that radio station. They have interviewed. Actually, both radio stations talk with Vrabel because Scott Zolak this afternoon was talking about it, and Scott Zolak was very uncomfortable. Like, didn't want to talk about it at all. Like,
Yeah, 'cause-
this
he
just
probably
happened.
hangs out with them.
But I'm like, you need to. First off, you're in local media. You are may not be a reporter, but you report and you're in the local talk shows. You got to talk about it, and you got to get uncomfortable because no grown man, no grown happy married man should ever put himself in a position like that. Like, especially not even if you love your wife, but if you respect your wife, you're not locking hands with another woman, giving hugs, being, like if I'm alone in another hot tub with a woman, I'm like just me and her, I kind of get uncomfortable because I'm like, I know nothing, but
he's a public figure, like
even that more.
And so is she.
and she is too. But around here, that's all you talk about is Mike Vrabel and what he's done with the New England Patriots.
Hey, he was there with his friends, and she was there with her friends
Well, yeah, so it's okay.
in Arizona. But yet, when they're photographed on the rooftop, I don't see anybody else
Yeah,
out there.
yeah.
When they were hugging, holding hands, laughing and giggling on the rooftop, I didn't see, or balcony, whatever that was. I didn't. Did you
Yeah.
see anybody else in those
And-
photos?
I didn't see the photos.
You know what? That damn media must have scrubbed them out.
Well, for all the people that are like, people should mind their own business. This is the day and age where there's cameras everywhere and no one minds their own business.
No, especially something like that, because she is a reporter and it kind of taints her.
Yeah, this, it probably hurts her more than him, but.
Hurts him in his marriage with his, and his
Well,
family.
Let's see what his wife's
but it's not
divorce
gonna-
lawyers say
I don't
about that.
I don't think he's going to get fired from coaching.
No,
the
I
team
don't.
over
It's
something like
insignificant.
this.
We've talked about this. The NFL doesn't really care about anything.
Right,
outside
he chimes in. It was AI.
It was
It was AI. It was AI.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been better if he came out and said that. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it was AI. But really, the best response to kill all of this, I think, for Vrabel, what he should have said as a grown man, be like, you know what? Nothing was going on. It was two friends. We were there. And looking back on it, I apologize because I didn't put myself and my family in the best light.
Is he still
being
married?
Yeah,
he's still married,
being
yeah.
photographed like that. He should have taken responsibility to spun it.
Yeah.
And to me, it makes you look more guilty when you're like, nope, didn't happen.
yeah,
You guys
yeah.
are stupid. You guys are stupid for seeing those pictures and thinking that anything was going on.
Right.
Because I think of that, like, I'd be pissed at Leah if I saw her in those pictures.
Oh, yeah.
States
I'd be mad at Leah.
hundreds
You're
of
like,
miles
Leah,
away.
what are you doing?
You know? And I expect her to be like, what the hell are you thinking?
Yeah.
To me,
Yeah.
you know?
So I think what Vrabel's probably hoping, and the
I got nothing.
sport.
He doesn't care. He's just like, Tina, don't beat him up.
I think, unfortunately, this happens a lot more than people think.
Yeah.
Just with regular people, not even talking about pro athletes that travel and stuff like that. It happens with regular people.
But it baffled me listening to these radio stations and them just try to push it.
Well, they're trying to protect their situation with Vrabel, right?
Yeah.
Because if you bash him and then he says, I'm not doing interviews with you, and now I'm going to do interviews with the other station.
Yeah. But he's already doing interviews with both stations.
Yeah.
He does weekly. Bob Roxburgh chimes in, agreed, it hurts her personally and professionally, and Vrabel looks like an a-hole. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, but does anybody really care about Vrabel? Probably
Yeah,
hurts more.
no,
hurts her maybe a little bit more than him. Not that it's right, but
you know what? It right now, yeah. If it comes out that it's true and people because people are gonna dig now. That's the other part. Like people are gonna dig. They're gonna find out about in Nashville and the other hotels and stuff like that. They're gonna dig hard. And yes, you're actually right. You're absolutely right, Bob. Vrabel will completely look like an a-hole, but it will blow over for Vrabel.
I think so.
For her, it's going to sting a little bit longer. The validity of her professional career will be in doubt, and every time she comes out with a hot scoop, it's going to be like, oh,
yeah, that's the one that banged Mike Vrabel. But every time you see Mike Vrabel, you're not going to say that's the one that banged whatever her name is, Russini.
No one knows the name really,
right?
Yeah. Yep, you're right, Bob. It definitely hurts her, and they were already talking about it, and that's why the Athletic quickly jumped to her defense because they know, like. Oh, crap.
Yeah, this ain't good.
Every source now is going to be questioned.
Yeah.
So,
Tainted.
Yeah. How many of these guys is she banging?
Yeah.
She's getting all these, like,
Where'd you get that hot take from?
Yeah. Inside scoops.
Wait, she beat Adam Schefter out on a trade?
Oh, yeah. So, we'll see how this unfolds because, once the national media picks that up, then he's screwed.
Do you think,
around here in New England,
do you think we're going to be talking about this next week, or do you think it's going to die?
It depends if the national media wants to run with it. Yeah. Because if they'll dig. Like, if they keep talking to him, and this is the worst thing I found that anybody can do in the media. If you keep puffing your chest and being brazen about it, right? There is a journalist out there that's going to be like, oh, you arrogant SOB. Yeah. I'm going to find the dirt, and I'm going to bury you. It happens all the time.
Yeah. I just wonder if this is a story that people care about enough. Or if these two guys people care about,
Isn't there some hatred with the owner of the Titans?
So Bob, too. So Bob just chimed in. It came out earlier that this stuff used to happen. Yes, Bob, it used to... The fact that I read earlier is at the Joseph Hotel in Nashville 6 years ago was where this used to take place, which is a very upscale hotel. So with Dianna Russini.
It's a pretty long relationship. 6 years?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, it's like, how could you have this relationship with her on and off or whatever, and yet she still goes out and gets married. He's still in children, and they still like. How do you not just?
There are people that you're friends with that are living that life that people don't know about.
Yeah, but
it's just like, the way it's just people are fucked up. I don't know.
You screw around before you're married. You meet somebody, and then you get married while you're still screwing around with that other person.
People do that, yeah, dude.
And then both of you, instead of just staying together, screwing around, go out and have separate lives and families. Continue. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work.
It sounds exhausting.
It gets a lot weirder than that, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't know. We like to think that we live somewhat normal lives, but is anyone really normal?
Apparently, I'm not, because I don't poop my pants.
You're definitely not.
Yeah,
you're definitely
that's not the only
normal,
reason.
But there's quite a few reasons there.
It's the only one.
Yeah.
You just stub your toes on everything that gets in your way. Clown feet over here.
That's the problem with big feet and being uncoordinated. So,
but you're normal.
Justin Elwood, Vrabel's a non-story in a few weeks. Yeah,
maybe.
I hope, but the only way that it won't be Justin, I don't know if you would just listen, is if he keeps being brazen about it, like I just said, and he pisses somebody off, and the national media wants to.
But here's the thing: he's not in season right now, so he doesn't have to be in front of a microphone anytime soon.
Correct.
So we can. I think if this was in season, I think. He's in front of the microphone. People are going to ask him questions.
Might be a little different. Yeah.
There's really no opportunity to ask him questions.
Right. He has to.
Put himself. Yeah.
What do you get the
Well, you got the draft coming up.
Yeah, late April.
Pretty soon, a couple weeks.
Yeah,
So,
but by then, I don't know. It's like,
So in some positive news, yes, Justin Elwood, Trevor Story, 6 RBIs in his last 3 games, though I did hear that he was still hitting 190.
yeah, it's early, but he's struggling. He's struggling.
But the
Striking out a lot.
But the Sox are streaking. The Sox have taken a series by beating 5-0 on Wednesday the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yes.
Which is today, but
Today,
I
yes,
say
yes.
that.
I didn't know they.
They
Five
took a
I
nothing.
didn't
series.
know they already played today.
7 singles.
Sonny Gray looked pretty good.
I like Sonny Gray.
Yeah.
I've always liked Sonny Gray. I feel like people are going to like Sonny Gray a lot more than they thought, and I think people are going to hate Suarez more than they thought.
And I don't think the problem is none of us disliked Sonny Gray. The problem is us on this show didn't feel that he should be like he's the number 2 starter. Like they could have done better.
Yeah.
We weren't
He's
like
older.
We wanted that and something else.
Yes.
But to rely all on Sonny Gray, it's
Yeah.
like meh.
But they're only paying him $15 million a year. You
Yeah.
played Walker Buehler $20 million last year.
who almost pitched a no-hitter against us.
Yeah, and for a short time, and then he
But I
got
feel like Sonny Gray, 8 years ago is a number 2 starter.
yeah.
Not now.
But the thing with Sonny Gray is every time he's out there, you have a chance to win the game.
Yeah, you'll have quality starts out of him.
Yeah.
So
And the bats, the past couple of games have started to wake up. So you get a quality start and guys start hitting. Here comes that Sox that I want.
Yeah,
that
we'll see. The lack of power is going to bother me all year long.
Hey, if they can put the ball in play, I'm not as worried because I think the home runs will come as the timing gets
Hope
better,
so.
as the year goes. I've never been a fan of the hitting philosophy here. Complained about it year after year, complained about it to you so much that you don't even respond to me when I complain
I
about
don't even
it.
know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I don't like Anthony in the leadoff spot. I feel like you're looking for him to be a power guy, and you're not putting anyone in front of him.
Yeah. But I think
base.
at this stage of his career, he's more of a high OBP guy than he is a power guy. I think people were expecting 35, 40 homers. He might hit 22 this year.
But if you get, you get Duran on second to lead off an inning, and then, you got Anthony batting third, and he's got guys in scoring position, and he still gets on base. He's driving guys in now, where right now he hits a single, and it's a single.
Yeah, he walks a lot, too. The roster construction is terrible.
How about the fact that, we all talked about Vrabel. Geez, we all talked about Roman Anthony and how many home runs is he going to hit. I didn't hear anyone discuss that he has a noodle arm. And
Yeah,
3 series in a row, he had a chance to throw someone on a home plate, and the ball died.
I don't
The
know.
ball died after third base.
I don't know if you remember his first game with the Red Sox last year. He was in right field, and just watching him field his first ground ball, he looked terrible
Yeah,
out
he's
there.
in trouble with the.
Yeah.
They were working on his fielding, and
It's not good.
Before the next game.
It looks very unnatural.
Yeah.
Not just that, the guy can't throw.
Can't throw, yeah.
So-
Kind of looks like Johnny Damon
so
throwing.
where-
I made that comparison and
Yeah.
it worked
But
the other
where's
day.
where's the help? He's 21.
Yeah.
Like what? Where is the? I don't know. Is there a
do you
veteran
mean?
that can work with him?
Dave, help to me for a Major
Coaching.
League Baseball player comes, you need help with hitting and learning and being able to, there's help. You should know how to throw somebody out in the outfield. If you can't throw somebody
You
else in
should,
the outfield,
but
what
if
help
you're
is
not
that?
Working on that in practice or warm-ups, and no one is on you about, hey, how about we work on throwing the ball to home plate from left field? And he that throw.
I don't know at
that
this
throw
point in his
against- was it
career
Milwaukee?
if there's a fix for that.
He wasn't in deep left field.
No.
It's kind of
He was-
scary. And it was offline by about 15 feet.
Yeah. I mean,
And,
he didn't even
at
hit
least
the cutoff man.
hit the cutoff man. He just might not be a major league outfielder. He might
And
be
that's
a
what
DH.
they were
He
saying,
might be
which-
do
could
the
you
Bryce
imagine-
Harper thing, move him over to first. I know Bryce Harper did it because of an injury, but
But could you imagine putting him as a DH at 21 years old? That's
yeah.
oof. They say usually guys make it to like 28, 29 before they hit the DH role. You know,
Justin Elwood chimes in. Anthony is a great 1.5 tool player, and Brandon Dreyfus, he could do that. He could do it last year. I can't
think he's
remember
ever had a
many
great-
times last year
No.
that he has that 3 glaring examples like that.
Yeah, I don't remember him ever making a great throw either.
Correct. Yeah. I don't remember that either. I don't remember any time.
Yeah,
actually,
and I watched a lot of games last year.
Anyone going, wow, did you see that play by Anthony?
Well, it's a solid arm. I don't remember that.
When you're talking left field, right fielder, they have to have a great arm. Your center fielder, I think you can get away with.
Well,
not
the
having
left
a great
fielder at
arm.
Fenway doesn't have to have a great one because you're in close.
Yeah, decent.
Yeah.
A decent arm.
Yeah.
Your right fielder, you want to be able to gun someone out at third
which they
base.
do. They do. Yeah.
But center fielder is like a spot where you're looking just for defense.
Yeah.
But they have that with Rafaela.
Yeah, he had a good arm.
It's tough. You can't like move Anthony to center field.
No, he can't even play left.
No, and do you move him to first base?
Not
I don't
now.
know. I don't know
Not
if
now.
that's
No.
Yeah, it's tough. The third base is that guy's awesome. I don't even know his name.
But
Awesome, he's terrible.
Before you
Yeah.
go off, I want to
Caleb
talk
Durbin.
more about Anthony because I listen to things and read things and guys are like, you're making a big deal out of this. Like, I don't feel that us discussing what he's doing right now with those bad throws is making a big deal.
No.
I think that
making a
that
big
needs to
deal
be
out of
talked
it.
about because this guy is supposed to be the future.
Well, future hitter.
But we should be more inclined to talk about, we talked about earlier, like, is this guy going to hit 35? Is this guy going to hit 40? Where's this guy going to go in the lineup? Should he be here? Not even remotely discussing that this guy can't make a throw from the outfield.
It's going to be a liability because what's going to happen is everyone's going to challenge that arm. And then we're going to see him have to make 2 or 3 throws a game because
here's
people are
the
going to go
thing,
first to third.
He's 21.
Yep.
He seems like he's got a pretty good head on his shoulders, at least from what everyone's seen, the way he talks and everything like that. Is he going to work on this? And
I don't think his
prove
work
people
ethic
wrong at some point.
I don't think his work ethic
is a
anything
question. I think he just doesn't have a good arm.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything
your
he can
arm
do.
is something you can work on.
Johnny Damon never got it. Ellsbury never got it.
You can make it a little bit better. You can maybe make it a little bit more accurate. He's never going to have a cannon because I had friends in high school that had way better, like cannons of arms, and you either have it or you don't. A 90, you can't take a 90 pitcher that throws 90 miles an hour and make him throw 100.
No,
They throw
I
98,
agree, but
maybe.
I still think he could work on these throws.
Maybe
and get
the
better.
mechanics.
Accuracy.
Yeah, the mechanics.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's someone out there that could tweak his mechanics just a little bit, like
So he can be
guys
more
do with
accurate,
pitchers.
yeah.
And you take a guy's his arm angle at bat, and it changes how they swing.
I bet you it's his feet, how he's rounding the ball and the position he's getting himself in.
yeah, there's
And
a lot of factors, and
Right.
he's 21.
So you can work on that, but it's never going to be a cannon of an arm. It is what it is. It's never going to be any better.
Yeah, it's possible. It's.
Yeah.
But it's like I said. I still think it's possible that he can get better there, and I think he's got that mentality that if they start running on him like constantly and challenging him,
gonna be embarrassing.
and he's getting beat all the time, I think he goes into an off season like, all right, this is definitely an issue. Like,
Right.
Maybe I'm gonna go work with a I don't know strength thing.
What you might find is the shortstop getting out a little bit deeper on cutoffs to help him out.
Yeah, I mean,
There's ways
something
around it.
has to be done because obviously you want the bat in the lineup and you want this kid to succeed.
If you go into an off season and that bat didn't light up all year and he can't throw,
Oh, it's going to be rough because he ends up taking a turn backwards and ends up Christian Campbell back in Worcester.
I don't think that's.
it can't be that bad.
Yeah.
No. We saw too many glimpses of what he could be.
Yeah, and he's hitting the ball when he does 110 miles an hour. You see the plate discipline, so I think he's going to be a very good hitter.
Yeah.
Defensively, it's funny how they talked about pitching and defense. The whole left side of the defense is terrible. The
defense
Durbin
isn't
sucks.
very good.
Trevor Story sucks at shortstop, and then you got Roman Anthony in left
And
field.
their pitching hasn't been great.
Yeah, it hasn't been great. It's still early, but I think
Yeah.
the defense, I mean, you can tell they're not great defenders. You watch Willier Abreu, you know he's a great defender. You watch one play, you're like, that looks smooth. Marcelo Mayer, you watch him, you're like, this guy is smooth. You watch the other guys, not so smooth.
So Brandon chimes in. He's so young still. He has some time. Yes. And he shouldn't have been the leader of this team already.
I agree
completely
with.
agree. There
Oh,
wheels.
yeah.
We got that. Justin chimes in. Exactly. Tony Hitter. He was sold to us as a generational talent when the body of work so far suggests generational hitter, maybe. Yep. What? Hey, 2 solid points in a row.
Yeah.
So, but we.
Justin hates Roman Anthony, huh?
No, that's not a hateful
I just wanted
comment.
to say it. I felt like saying it.
I'll have Justice back on this one. That one, he's had a lot of hateful comments.
Anthony
that
is
one's not a hateful
21,
comment.
and most 21-year-olds aren't in Major League Baseball.
We said this earlier this year. Our biggest worry with him is that he would be trying to do too much to be the leader.
Yeah.
And then that was actually going to in fact, set him back.
And they put him in the spot by not bringing in any veteran players that are worthwhile.
And every time you have a young guy like that, there's always like a 28-year-old star to go with them.
Yeah.
Somebody to take the pressure off.
What do you mean? You have Contreras.
I don't mind
You have
Contreras,
Corbin.
but yeah, Corbin. Oh boy.
You have Trevor Story.
Yeah.
When you line your team with 20, 21, 23-year-olds.
These are all names that Cora actually listed the other day.
Yeah.
When they talked about this, he listed those three and Crochet.
Like literally,
Yeah.
who's your veteran players on this
That's
team?
what I just
You
told you.
said
That's
Corbin?
what Crochet
That's it?
did.
And
Corbin was a rookie last year.
No, he didn't mention Contreras. Contreras, Story, and Crochet.
Yeah.
All right, so
He's like, those are our veteran leaders. Those are the guys.
How many World Series champions are veterans on this team?
Should have kept Bogarts.
How many World Series champions are?
Wilson Contreras won the World Series with the Cubs.
Okay.
But
Sure wasn't his brother?
yes, that's William.
I know.
So it's the roster construction is terrible. It's
Hey, we just won a series. All right?
the
The roster looked pretty good. They
Hey,
put up some
playoff run
runs.
coming.
We lost a game that we actually should have swept this. Well, actually, we came close.
Well, Durbin had
sweeping.
he had an error, and then he botched another play in a big inning.
But we were that close to needed.
The Anthony throw scored 2 runs.
Yep.
I think by next week we're talking about this. We're going to be inching closer to 500.
Well, we have St. Louis coming
Cardinals
up,
up next, and the Cardinals
and then
aren't that
Minnesota.
great.
No, St. Louis and Minnesota. They're both in rebuilds.
So
Very, very young teams.
So let's keep this rolling, and next week we're talking about a 500 baseball club.
Or at least close. Like you don't want to fall 10 games on the 500.
But it's funny you say that they're in rebuilds, they're very young teams, and then you look at the Red Sox.
We're
and
kind of
you're
young
like, wait a
too.
minute,
Yeah,
we're talking about playoffs, and we're very young.
Yeah, I know. And then you look at, I'm like, they have just as much talent as we do. Like, why are we such a playoff team?
Yeah.
We do have Garrett Crochet, but that's only once every 5 days.
I know.
So the Celtics playoff push is on. I mean, it shouldn't be push, but their playoff run is pretty much here. Everything's looking good. I was very happy with what I saw against the Hornets on Tuesday night because the Hornets came in here and started hitting some threes, started putting us in a bad place.
And the Hornets are a good basketball team.
Yeah. And that fourth quarter though, we played hard, and I don't mean played hard as in like they mentally like played hard, but they like played the Hornets very physical. Manned up, and they made the Hornets very uncomfortable, and we took that game.
Nice.
And things that I saw in that game was, these guys taking it to the rim is just so refreshing. Like, this is such a good brand of basketball to watch, not like the days when we shot up 57 3-pointers.
Right.
It's just, I'm looking forward to this. I think we're going to match up against the Hornets, and I think that'll be a good way for us to get some momentum going.
First round, you think that's who it is? Oof.
So
It's a tough first round matchup. I was hoping Toronto.
No, I think we'll be fine because what I saw, I felt that way until what I saw last night when I watched us actually man up, just the way we played physical, and that team just wilted in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Like they completely wilted like we did
Against Golden State?
or against the Knicks last year.
Okay, all right.
I feel like it's the stars are aligning for Celtics OKC
Okay, I hope so.
finals. I haven't paid much attention to basketball, but I feel like the Celtics seem to be the talk of the East at this point, especially since Tatum has come back and played so well. Not just come back and, been average. He's played well.
They should cruise through this. They really should. I think the only team that should give us a little bit of resistance is Detroit.
Detroit plays like tough, which we struggle with teams like that.
But I just think, we get the Hornets the first round. We'll probably get the Knicks the second round. And I'm hoping they play the Knicks pissed off because they should have realized it was embarrassment that they lost to that team next year.
Yeah, it was a huge embarrassment.
And the Knicks aren't playing well
No.
this year. They're about ready to self-destruct as well.
And the Pistons still have some major injury that happens at.
I don't know. The Pistons are a tough team.
Yeah, and they play like like Pistons basketball.
Yeah,
It's physical,
yeah.
and we don't because we kind of struggled with Orlando a little bit last year. Remember
They played
Orlando?
us very physical.
Yeah,
They beat
yeah.
the hell out of us. And I also think that played a little part into that Knicks series.
The
when
Knicks
we were
played more physical than us too, and we don't like to play that
Yeah,
way.
but we're not the same team. We don't have an old Drew Holiday anymore. We don't have a fragile Porzingis.
Yeah.
You know,
old man Horford.
Yeah.
We have Vucevic.
Yeah, has he played yet?
And
He
the
hasn't
Portuguese
played.
man of war.
Yeah, that's right.
He's played 2 games now.
He's played. Yeah, how's he looked? All right.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna need something out of him.
But so the Giannis rumors are heating up again.
I'm all in.
I'm not.
I'm all in.
No, I mean, my preference this was if you get the Giannis that goes, all right, I'm just going to play defense, catch alley-oops, play down low, play hard, that way. Yeah, but is Giannis at that point in his career where he's ready to take a back seat?
I think Giannis.
He's not.
I think Giannis
he's
needs,
not. He's
he has
still
to be.
young. Yeah, he has to be. No, he doesn't. In 5,
He has to be.
6 years, yes, but not right now.
I think Giannis needs one more title. Giannis
Right.
is
and if he wants one more title,
This is
he
how he
has to
gets
take
it.
the back seat. And
taking a back seat.
No, that's not true, Dave. If he wants
It's
one
very
more title,
true.
he can go somewhere else and build it. He can go to Miami and build something there. They have.
Yeah.
He can go. There's many teams that he can go to.
Can't do it, Dave.
No.
You can't do it in Miami.
No, you're.
Has to be
Boston or bust.
I'm still.
You heard it here first. Boston or bust.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't see how he fits. He's a ball dominant guy. That's why it doesn't work out a lot in Milwaukee with these people. You get Jason Tatum, you get Jaylen Brown. How's it going to, unless he just buckles down and goes, I'm going to be the center, guys.
I just want to argue Giannis or Giannis
Giannis.
every week
I
while
think
he's
he
wearing
can fall
green.
into 22 points a game pretty easily. And I think Brad Stevens does a great job of finding role players. All these guys are role players that Brad Stevens found.
Giannis likes to bring the ball up the court.
Yeah, that would have to come to an end.
But that doesn't mean, I don't think you're as dialed in as the player that Giannis is right now.
Yeah,
and people sometimes still think of Giannis as the guy that he used to be, and that he's still young enough to get back to that. If you're not watching basketball, Giannis is a slug right now.
Yeah.
And yes, I like the fact that they wanted to bench him, and he was kind of pissed, saying, no, I'm going to play.
Well, he's losing money from Nike, right?
And then you find out it's because he's losing money from Nike.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It just, to me, he doesn't fit in the system. And you're going to give up Derek White, Sam Hauser, and Peyton Pritchard.
All day.
Yeah, but what else are you going to have? Now you're going to rely on Shireman?
Yeah, because Shireman is so much better.
Hugo.
Hugo Gonzalez.
They're
Jordan
not
Wall.
guards. Where's your guard?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Brad
Jordan
Stevens.
Wall.
You don't need
Brad
a guard.
Stevens will find another
Jaylen
one.
Brown will do it all.
Yeah.
I don't know what your problem is, Mike. Bring Giannis here. Bring him in.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He gets traded here. I'm going to be happy and try to convince myself how this is going to work. But now you got 3 max players. So, but they did
We've
talk
done it
about today.
before.
No, we didn't.
Stars and
We've never
scrubs.
done it
3
before.
stars and all scrubs.
We've never had
a lot of max
3
players.
top 5 max players.
Well,
never.
they didn't
It's
have
never
to be
been
top
done.
5, but we've had max players.
No, we haven't had 3
What,
max
Porzingis
players.
wasn't a max player. He made
No.
like $35 million. Didn't he?
No, he was not a max player. Max
Yeah,
player,
the-
Dave.
What is
ma-
max in the NBA?
the max
It's like
went up.
almost
The max
$400
went up.
million for your like a 4-year contract, 5-year
Yeah.
contract.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm behind on the times.
Drew
where
Holiday
we
was making $35 million too here. It still is making $35 million.
And that's still an average contract.
Yeah, the max has gone up.
All right. I'll still take them, and it'll work.
Hope we figured it out with me
It'll work.
with Mean Man Joe. So because
work.
it's really like I've said this before on the show. When there's smoke, there's fire, and there's a lot of smoke with this Giannis now coming to Celtics. A lot more smoke than AJ Brown to the Patriots.
I just don't know how we match up salaries though.
They already said it today. If you that's why I mentioned those names: Porzingis, Hauser, and
So we have to trade
Derek, hold
Porzingis
on.
again?
No, sorry. Hauser, Pritchard, and Derek White and pick swaps, and we come out actually saving $9 million.
Oh, really?
Oh, even
Yeah.
better. I'm all about saving money.
Yes. Oh, I'd be in.
Dave,
I'll take
Is
it.
there vodka in that Red Bull tonight?
No. I'm just excited tonight. It's a good night.
You're excited?
Yeah.
Well, let's bring that down because your boy Swayman sucks.
You're not going to bring it down with that, Mike, because I talked about this before with you. Every time I talk good about him, he shits the bed. So
Shits his pants.
I'm going the other way. Yeah, he's gone down the tubes. This is getting old. Why?
Not for me.
You can't it's frustrating. You sucked last night. You get pulled against a team that, you could face in the first round of the playoffs, you needed to beat.
And the team that did not play defensively, those Carolina Hurricanes, did not play well defensively last night.
And their goalie pooped his pants, too.
Yeah.
I mean, Bussy, who's had a great year for them, and I love what he's doing, and I'm glad he found a home because I thought he was going to be a good goalie. But he really did not play well against the Bruins last night. The Bruins barely got any shots on him.
So let me ask you this. There's 3 games left,
Yeah.
right? Do they get the 1 point they need? So they play the Lightning, the Blue Jackets, the Devils. Do they get the 1 point they need to get into the playoffs?
They'll beat Columbus.
1 point, Tony, is all they need to make it in the playoffs.
And,
They'll get it, right?
They
it's just
will.
a tie.
We talked about it. Beginning of the year, we didn't know what Sturm would be. We talked about the lack of talent on this team. It's still there. The lack of talent is glaring. But Marco Sturm has gotten the best out of each one of these guys he's brought into the lineup. But when the hell is Don Sweeney going to realize, you've got... Oh, wait, he did today.
He just realized it.
He finally signed his...
Hagen will be playing for the Bruins.
Pick from 2 years ago to finally play an NHL game.
And he'll be playing Saturday against the Lightning.
Yeah, what the hell are you waiting for? Your team is so low on talent. And I don't like to shit on these guys, but you have Hagens, who's a top prospect,
He would have
elite
there in his pants.
prospect, and put him in your damn lineup.
Well, they are.
What do you
Yeah.
have to lose?
Saturday,
They should have
12:30.
done it a week and a half ago.
Well, they probably wanted to give them some seasoning in Providence.
Yeah, there's no seasoning in Providence. Look at every other prospect they have in Providence that hasn't
They didn't
made
get
it
seasoned enough
to the
because they're
NHL.
still there.
Yeah, they're still there.
Yeah.
4 years later, you got guys that are breaking the record for games in a Providence uniform. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's not what you want.
So if that's what your draft picks are doing, then maybe you should find someone else to do your drafting
Yeah.
because he's terrible at it. But Hagens was a guy that was you can't miss, and yet we don't put him in the lineup. Every other team in the NHL would have said, your college season is over, you're joining the team.
Not the Bruins.
The Capitals did it last year with his teammate, Ryan Leonard. The Flyers just did it
You're
with...
putting a lot of names that Tony and myself don't know.
Ryan Leonard.
Ryan Leonard
I
was...
think I went to college with him.
were you in college last year? 2 years ago?
Pretty much.
I mean, he hung out there.
Yeah, still do.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Picking up women?
Him and Vrabel.
Me and Vrabel, yes.
Him and Vrabel running around Bridgewater State University.
Belichick, maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah, and Belichick.
Belichick. Yeah, what a crew that is.
Wow. Oh, man. Man, what's that thing?
Had to bring him
Hide
up.
your wife, hide your daughter.
Yeah.
So Hagens plays on what, the second line, third line?
I would put him right with Pasternak. Oh, yeah.
Oh, 100%. That would be
Yeah?
awesome.
Yeah, right off the bat.
First line?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I might have to watch this. I haven't
Man.
seen a hockey game in years.
What else are you going to do with him? Pasta needs something to, I don't know. He just doesn't look interested. I feel like
That's not a good sign.
he's playing well, but it's just he needs a little energetic boost and maybe someone with some elite talent to play with him. Maybe helps him really jumpstart it. This is a guy that can score 60 goals. He's done it before, but he hasn't had the help in a few years. And Hagens is a guy that maybe not right now, but next year, or get him some time with him. Maybe Pasta has rejuvenates and starts lighting the lamp a little bit more.
We'll stay tuned for this big game on Saturday then.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see him play.
I'll tune in. Hey, did you hear Angel Reese got traded?
I did, to Atlanta.
Yeah. Oh, who cares?
Yeah.
Well, one of the funny things, right, is they were talking about, they put up a snapshot of what, they can't believe Chicago Sky got rid of her, and they were listing off her accomplishments, and they were running out, so they had to put, she's got 50-something million Instagram followers.
Yeah, that's not an accomplishment. That's
Yeah, that's not basketball worthy.
I did hear that she was a huge problem in the locker room, and a lot of girls on Chicago didn't get along with her.
You think?
Big
Yeah.
surprise there.
Yeah, so
I would have never saw that coming from
not
her.
only does she suck on the
Caitlin Clark
court,
talks nothing but nice things about her.
yeah, but she's not only does she suck on the court, but she sucks in the locker room. So it's if you're a headache, Because I know she was rebounding, but those are all her
Wait a
own
minute, wait a minute.
shots.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, what's she in there going, I'm the only one rebounding.
Yeah.
You're rebounding your own misses, you dumbass.
Remember Kyle Everett? Remember the Red Sox had Kyle Everett, and he was okay,
yeah.
but he was a pain in the ass. So that kind of reminds me of Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, he had a little
Not
temper.
Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese.
She was boxing out her own players from getting her own rebounds.
Oh, God.
Well, she got to pad those rebound
Gotta
stats.
pad those stats.
I mean, just break rebound records. That's amazing.
But
The rebound.
I just couldn't. When I saw that, and just the lack, I'm like, I forgot they even had a season coming up because they reached a collective bargaining agreement.
Yeah,
when these women are actually getting paid a little bit.
And they're taking the team out of Connecticut, right?
Going to Houston.
Yeah.
Going to Houston, huh?
Yep.
Well,
I guess Boston's not getting a team, huh?
I guess not. Well,
Oh, hey,
That's too bad. I was looking forward to a WNBA
yeah, we'll talk
game.
about that next week, I guess. Yeah.
All right, check you later.
Bye.